Welcome back to another episode of Talking Sports with your boy DP. And my Canes, you feel me? We done did it. We 7-0. We done went out there and won that Howard Stollenberger trophy back from them Louisville scums. Go Canes. We the real birds around here. Let me start. We ain't no birds. It's all about the you, baby. Bumper Cardinals, man. We don't see no Cardinals, man. Even though they came out there and they gave us a fight. You feel me? They wasn't going down without a fight. I can give Louisville respect for that. But we the Canes, baby. We here. We got the job done. So shout out to the you, man. Shout out to Coach Mario Cristobal for going out there getting his team prepared to handle business. Now, they said it was a players meeting. A team meeting, a players only meeting over the bye week. Seemed like to me the only people showed up was the offense. Defense wasn't there. Special teams wasn't there. They couldn't have been there because they must have not got the memo. Defensive line maybe showed up. Defensive line maybe was at the team meeting, but the rest of the team, they couldn't have got the memo. Offense was there though. Offense was alert. Offense came to show up, and salute to the offense. They did their darn own thing. But man, McCain 7-0, man. And even though we won the Howard Snellenberger trophy, let me say my dog name right, OG. Shout out to Mr. Howard Snellenberger. Keep saying it wrong, you know I'm country. But shout out to him, man. We brought that trophy back to the rightful place. But the trophy I want is the ACC championship. So we can't get ahead of ourselves because we know we won that little trophy. You feel me? Had a big game. Did what we need to do. The job is not done, fellas. We got to keep going, you feel me? The road to Charlotte is not over with yet. We got to keep fighting. We got to keep winning. We got to keep winning. We cannot quit. We cannot let up. We're seeing too many plays where guys seem like they letting up. They slouching, like the kickoff return touchdown. It was horrible, man. That's one of the special teams. I don't know what was going on with special teams. The big kickoff return, it changed the whole momentum of the game. When you run down there on that kickoff return, go attack the ball carrier. When this man broke, I seen too many other defensive players, the special team players on the kickoff team, sitting there standing still when the man caught the ball running towards him. All he had to do was put his foot in the dirt. Left everybody stuck in their stances. And mind you, they could have caught a holding on that, but they didn't. So it coulda, shoulda, woulda, but they didn't. Special teams got to tighten up, baby. And then another thing about special teams, everybody and their mama knew Louisville was finna go for this thing on fourth down. Even Coach Mario Cristobal said in the press conference, everybody knew they was going for it. We was game playing for them to go for it. But I guess people was out of the position on special teams, the punt return team, or what. I don't know what was going on. Because from what I seen, it ain't seem like they knew what was coming. But I was telling my people I was watching the game with, watch the fake. Watch the fake. These people do not want to give us the ball back. Watch the fake. And what do I tell you? These people run it for a first down. Defense couldn't get a break, man. Because mind you, secondary, I don't know, man. The secondary, our defensive backs got to attack the ball more. They're not attacking the ball enough, man. They got to understand when that football in the air, they have just as much of the right to that football as the wide receiver do. They got to understand they can attack that football. If the football touch the wide receiver hand, punch that thing out, do whatever you can to get that ball out the wide receiver hands. I feel like they are so scared to get a flag. They're scared to make any kind of contact. Once that ball touch the wide receiver, you have the right to try to rake that thing out of his hand or punch it out of his hand or intercept the ball. Knock it down. Our DBs have to play the ball more, man. And it's too many miscues with our defensive backs, man. It's getting ugly. It's getting out of hand. Too many explosive plays because guys having miscommunication, don't know where they need to be at. And I don't know if my boy Jaden Harris hurt or you feel me, he just out of rhythm or I don't know what's going on. But I'm seeing a lot of times where he's out of position or he's just taking bad angles. We got to tighten up. If Give my boy Zaquan Patterson a little bit more go, you feel me? Maybe that'll put some fire up on him and let him know that he got to do better. He got to tighten up because the young freshman hungry. He want to play. And I seen him out there. He looked a little nice. So I want them to ease him in there a little bit more. And this might be the good game to do it the next game we got coming up. But go Canes, man. Way to get the W, man. Way to stay undefeated, you feel me? We're going to keep going 1-0, you feel me? That's how we going to roll. 1-0 again, you feel me? Got to go 1-0 next week. Way to get the job done. Way to go to Louisville and show out. What else I got here, man? Yeah, man. Miami, we won 52-45. And it was supposed to look way better than this if they didn't have them, them little spurts that they had during the game to get this thing close. Because defense played all right, but they didn't play to my standard. The linebackers, I say they played mediocre. Secondary, they get a D- from me. But defensive line played good. They played hungry. I will say that. The defensive line came to play. So shout out to the D-line. My boy Cam Ward, 21 of 32, 319 passing yards, 4 passing touchdowns, 7 carries, 29 yards on the ground. Shout out to Cam Ward, man. He had a flawless day, no turnovers. Way to go. Way to perform. I'm talking about it was a quiet 300-yard day. And I don't mind that because we put up 52 points, and he had an easy 300-yard passing game. And Cam Ward is going to take us as far as he can take us if he keep the poise that he has, he keep the leadership that he has, and he keep coming each weekend and performing at a high level. He going to take this team to high levels because it seems like the team feed off the energy that he brings. And the team seem like they motivated off Cam being the quarterback for this team, man, being the head man, being the leader. You feel me? People who naturally are leaders, it's easy for other people to follow them. It's easy for other people to follow a natural born leader, dog. And that's what Cam Ward is. And I be seeing a lot of people say, man, if Cam Ward wasn't here, we'll be 4-3 and all this and that and third. But we can't really play the if game, because if we want to play the if game, you could use so many scenarios. You can say that about all the top 5 and top 10 teams in the country. What would they be if they didn't have their starting quarterback? Feel me? Just because we got Cam Ward and Cam Ward doing good doesn't mean we would be 4-3 if Cam Ward was not here. You never know how the thing's going to play out. It's going to be a different approach to each game, a different attack to each game if we didn't have Cam Ward. So that's why I said we could play the if games all day long. But for a fact, we're 7-0. You feel me? We're the number 6 ranked team in the country. And we balling out here doing our thing. Defense, we're going to need more out of them. But we balling and we got Cam Ward. And with Cam Ward at the helm, we can really compete with pretty much anybody in the country from what I've seen over the country this year. There ain't no guaranteed dominant team, but what I will say, that Georgia defense look like it's back. But we ain't talking about no Georgia, we talking about them Canes right now. And shout out to my boy Damian Martinez, man. The man had a wake-up call. I don't know, somebody must have spit in his coffee or something, because he was ready to run some people over and take some people to the end zone with him. What a run. That's how you run that football. The man trucked somebody on the way to the house and carried about 4, 5, 6 dudes with him to the end zone. He would not be stopped, would not be denied on a touchdown to seal the deal, to give us that 50 burger, you feel me? Damian Martinez, 12 carries, 89 yards, 7.4 yards per carry, and a tuggy. Way to go, Big Dame, man. Way to go out there and run that football. This is what we've been looking for. This is Damian Martinez every Miami Hurricane fan been waiting for. This is what we wanted, big dog. This is all we've been asking for. Any doubters? Because I was doubting you for a minute, too. Because when Fletcher first got out there, shout out to Mark Fletcher, it was his birthday, too. On game day was my boy Mark Fletcher's birthday. So I feel like that's the reason why my boy Mark Fletcher got the start. Because it was his birthday. But Mark Fletcher was out there 13 carries, 73 yards, and 5.6 yards per carry. He had a fumble. But I can forgive him for that, man. Everybody make mistakes. Just don't make it a habit, you feel me? You gotta limit your mistakes, every mistake you can. Because you never know, we might have scored on that drive. Might have put up a 60 burger. We left a lot of points on the field, man. Because special teams, oh, man, they helped out Louisville a lot. More than one could say. What else I got here? And my boy AJ Allen. Shout out to AJ Allen for, keeping his head in the game, keeping composure. And I don't feel like he's down about, the rotation. I feel like, hey, he's taking advantage of the opportunities he's getting. And he's showing the coaches that they got to put him on the field. You can't deny a guy playing time that's coming out there, working hard in practice, and then performing out there on the field the way he's performing. And it looked like he's picking up in pass coverage, you feel me, when it comes to pass blocking a little bit more also. So we shall see if they gonna let my boy AJ Allen get some more spin. He had 5 carries, 31 yards, 6.2 yards per carry, and a tuggy. So shout out to AJ Allen, man. I love the way he's a change of pace back, man. I heard that they say my boy Matt Merritt went up to the coaches like, hey, AJ Allen is the change of pace back you're looking for. And he just walked off into the shadows like Homer Simpson did on the memes and the bushes. Just fade away after you tell him that. Feel me? Let my boy AJ go out there and get busy. But, man, I love to see the growth, man. And big game from Sam Brown, man. Even though he only had 3 catches, he made it do what it do anytime that ball touched his hand this game. 3 receptions, 125 receiving yards, 1 touchdown, and 41.7 yards per catch. Big play, Sam. I love to see it. Can you keep it coming for me, big dog? I want to see it each and every game. You don't got to get 100 receiving yards every game, but I want to see you perform at a high level each and every game. I want to see you take advantage of the opportunity that you get each and every game like you did this game. So shout out to Sam Brown, man. I seen Shannon Dawson in the press conference say it's more about him getting comfortable because he was late getting here, which that's understandable. You got to get comfortable with the playbook. You got to get comfortable with running the system. You got to get used to your environment, used to your surroundings, used to being that to you feel me? And once you get used to it, you see the swagger slowly growing. So shout out to Sam Brown. Way to go, young fella. Way to do your thing out there. Way to ball. And my boy Xavier Restrepo, a.k.a. Mr. Reliable. Old Revolver. Mr. Reliable, you feel me? You already know what it's going to do. My boy Xavier Restrepo, 7 receptions, 101 yards. A quiet 100-yard day. 1 touchdown, 14.4 yards per catch. Way to go, Xavier Restrepo. My dog out there breaking records in front of legends, man. Michael Irvin out there seeing him just break his record. I think I heard Reggie Wayne was on the sideline too, but I'm not too sure about that, so don't take my word for that. But I heard we had a few other guys out on the sideline. I know I seen Lamar Thomas out there, shout out to him. And I like watching the Lamar Thomas show, you feel me? Y'all check that show out too on YouTube, you feel me? And also, I love the big catch that Jacoby George had in the back of the end zone. It looked exactly like the Florida Gator catch when they played against Florida. You feel me? Right there in the back on the tightrope. My boy got 2 feet inbounds. Good on Sundays, Saturdays, Fridays, and Thursdays. Whatever day you want to play on, it's good. You feel me? So shout out to my boy Jacoby George, man. He had 3 receptions on the day, 43 yards, 1 touchdown, and 4.3 yards per catch. So shout out to my dog. But I gotta say, man, Tyler Shough, what I will say about him, it seemed like almost every time we was getting him, that joker was slaying that thing up and find the open man, dog. Tyler Shough, 31 for 51. That stank. 342 yards on the day and 4 passing touchdowns, man. Listen, I hate how we made him look as far as the way out of nowhere. His wide she was getting busy for him and getting that thing in the end zone. Or our DB just wasn't attacking the ball. And my boy Ja'Cory Brooks doing his thing, getting busy. 6 receptions, 107 yards, 2 touchdowns, 17.8 yards per catch. My boy Ja'Cory Brooks did what he wanted to do to us when it came to the passing game. And Tyler Shough, If it wasn't for the pressure that we did get and end up putting them on the ground here and there, we would have been in trouble. Because our secondary, we got to tighten up, man. And I see it's a weakness. 3 games in a row, you letting quarterbacks go for over 300-yard passing. No bueno. No bueno. No good at all, my friend. Oh, man. Let's talk a little bit about the defensive players, I want to give a shout out to. Shout out to Simeon Barrow Jr., man. Simeon Barrow Jr., 6 tackles on the day, 1 sack. And he was the reason why that fumble happened in the back of the end zone. He caused that fumble. He laid that hit. Now, Ruben Bain got there first and held him up. And then Simeon Barrow came in there and laid that fumble to let that ball pop out. And shout out to Popo Aguirre for the heads up play to hop on the football for the Tuggy, man. Way to go. We needed that play more than one would know. And then my boy Ruben Bain Jr., welcome back, big fella. 2 tackles, 1 sack. I feel like these numbers are gonna go up the more and more my boy get back into the playing. You feel me? To game rhythm, to game play, to game time. You feel me? Cause he was out a few games, so I feel like he gotta get his feet back under him. But once that happens, it's gonna be trouble. Shut down. Let me get a little water break, man. I've been talking non-stop. But I cannot lie. The offensive performance was beautiful. The way Cam Ward can extend plays, the way the running game was complementing the passing game, the way the wide receiver was catching the ball, running their routes, the way Coach Shannon Dawson was scheming up those plays. It was just a beautiful masterpiece what the offense was giving, man. I just wish it could have been a complimentary game, man. But the offense had 538 total yards, 319 passing, and 219 rushing. Man, I loved the running game display. I was in love. I was excited because I'm the type of guy that love just a team dominating and just leaning on the opponent, man, running that bitch. Now, I'm a big fan of Cam Ward. I love what Cam Ward doing. Feel me? I love the big time plays through the air. But the big plays through the running game, it's just different. It just shows you what team just built different and just built like that. When they able to run through people, you feel me, and get them big 30 yards, them gangster yards, the way Damon Martinez was just carrying people, the way Mark Fletcher was just carrying people, the way AJ Allen willing to dig that shoulder, you feel me, if he can't juke past you or cut past you. I love that. And we had 7.5 yards per play. 9 of 15 on 3rd down, and 2 of 2 on 4th down. I love the conversion on 4th down because sometimes we had to take that risk. And I'm glad Coach Mario Cristobal showed that moxie and was willing to let the guys go forward and get those crucial 1st downs that we needed on 4th down. In time of possession, we had the ball for 34 minutes, 18 seconds. Now, defense, man, my defense got to tighten up, man. We allowed Louisville to have the game, 448 total yards of offense, 342 passing yards. We are getting killed in the secondary. I can't say it enough. I was already rambling in my beginning of my soliloquy. Shout out to E. Brown, you feel me? And 106 rushing yards on the day we gave up. Giving up 106 rushing yards, I ain't really that mad at that. Because without that one big play from the Isaac Brown cat, shout out to him. I think he's from Homestead, Florida. Shout out to Isaac Brown. But if it wasn't for that long run, they would have been less than 100 yards on the ground. So I can't get mad at that. I feel like my defensive line and the linebackers had an okay day. They didn't have the best day, but they had an okay day. The secondary just was killing us. It was like big play after big play. I get to the point where I was scared every time the quarterback dropped back to throw the ball. I was feeling like it was going to be a completed catch every fucking time. Excuse my French. And Louisville had 6.2 yards per play, 3 of 3 on 4th down. We couldn't get these people off the field on 4th down, man. It was just sickening. Now 4th and 1, it's pretty tough to get almost most teams off the field on 4th and 1. But the punt, the special teams, and it seemed like Coach Mario Cristobal, when I listened to him on the Joe Rose show and when I listened to after the press conference after the game, seemed like, boy, he was kind of upset about the special team and the way they performed. And I am kind of disappointed also. I was not expecting the special team to have a disappointing performance the way they came out there and played. Got to do better, man. We want to be ACC champions. We got to play like champions. So, got to get better. Got to get better each week, man. Can't go for that. And Louisville was 3 of 12 on 3rd down. So, the defense was able to get them off the field on 3rd. Well, I ain't going to say get them off the field. Shit, they converted on 4th down and stayed on the field. But the defense was able to, to get them, you feel me, off the field on 3rd down. But 4th down couldn't do what it do. And you feel me, I got my lingo here. Well, I need to stay off that cane juice, so I got just water, taking a break from it. Like my boy Coach Hayes say. Shout out to Coach Hayes, man. I always love. But yeah, man, that's what I'm gonna talk about with the Louisville game. Cause really it's hate week now. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about FS Stu, FS Pooh, FS Who, FF, I don't care. It's all about the youth. It's hate week, ladies and gentlemen, man. It's that time. It's that weekend. We got FS Pooh coming in here 1-6. This gotta be the worst Florida State football team I have seen in a long time. This team worse than when we beat them 52-10. And honestly, I'm not saying we're gonna go out there and win 52-10 this year, because let's face it, everybody gonna come out here and play us the best they can. Everybody want to play spoiler. But we got a chance to be state champions. But we gotta go out there and finish. We gotta go out there and get the job done. Miami coming in this game 7-0, number 6 ranked team in the country. And we are 21.5 point favorite over FS Pooh. And mind you, this the point spread jumped up a little bit, because when I seen it earlier, it was like at 19 something. So it don't got up the way to 21.5 points. So I've been hearing some people say it ain't enough. I do feel like Florida State is going to come out here and compete. But if us Canes come out here, execute at a high level, play explosive, and put 21 points on them real quick, they're going to lose their will to keep playing. Some of these guys, are from the state of Florida, and some of these guys played each other in high school. But let's be honest, a lot of these guys are from other schools, from other places, and I don't know how much they feel or care about the rivalry. But that's not saying much, because I'm pretty sure no matter where you're from or where you grew up, you heard about the Miami versus Florida State rivalry if you're a college football fan or a football fan in general. But my Miami Hurricane, I don't know what I was just finna say, my mama, I don't know what was going on, but my Miami Hurricanes coming into this game averaging 577 total yards per game, 388 passing, 188 rushing. I like to see that. And 48 points per game, coming in here with the number 1 offense in the country. Beautiful. Love to see it. Defense allowing 306 yards per game, giving up 219 yards per game, and giving up 92 yards rushing per game. And I don't know if I said that correctly. I meant to say giving up 214 passing per game and giving up 306 yards total per game. So just clear that up. 92 yards rush per game giving up, and allowing 22 points per game. First in the ACC. Now we gotta tighten up on DI. I can't even lie. Feel me? Them numbers, they don't look that good to me. Even though it's the first in the ACC, which tells me the ACC defense ain't looking too hot this year. If we the first, me personally. But our D line is just dominant. Let's be real. And our linebackers is playing good enough to not have us looking too crazy out there. But let's see here. My boy Cam Ward, he coming into this game, 2,538 passing yards on the season, 24 passing touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 35 carries, 190 yards, and 3 rushing touchdowns. Xavier Strepo, 39 receptions, 686 receiving yards, and 6 receiving touchdowns with 17.6 yards per catch. And these Canes coming over here on defense with 23 sacks on the season. And mind you, I've been hearing the Florida State offensive line has been looking as abysmal. I've been hearing they've been allowing 2 and 3 guys, feel me, hit the quarterback. Let me say that better. I've been hearing that the offensive linemen, the center and the guards, you feel me, we got 3 guys blocking 1 person. This is what I'm hearing. Doing I want to say the last game they just recently played, you got 3 guys blocking 1 person. You got both of the D tackles out here crashing down on your quarterback. Where they do that at? Florida State, man, you got to tighten up. This year, still a rivalry. So I'm not going to get ahead of myself and just sit here and underestimate Florida State because they're 1-6. Because I know what would make their day to come out here and ruin our season. So as Miami Hurricanes, we can't give them that fun. We can't let them have that moment. We got to take that from them, you feel me? And we got to come out there and dominate them and whoop them how they did us 45, I want to say, to 3. The last time they came to Hard Rock. So y'all got to remember that, man. Y'all can't let that slide. We ain't going for that. But Florida State coming into this game averaging 276 total yards per game of offense. That is ridiculous. Yeah, I'm clowning you. 203 passing yards and 72 rushing yards. This is total per game. This is what they're averaging, ladies and gentlemen. 15 points per game. Worst ranked offense in the ACC. Boy, it feel good to be a Cane. It's a good season to be a Cane, boy. Not only we having a good year out here balling, turning up, doing our thing, FS Pooh is 1-6. Now, mind you, I wish you feel they was a little better, because then, this game could have been the game day game, primetime game. Just say if Florida State was 5-1. Or 5-2 or some shit, or 4-2 or something like that. Maybe this game would have a lot more hype. But Florida State has underperformed this season. Defense allowing 370 yards per game, giving up 198 passing yards per game. Also allowing 172 rush yards per game, giving up 25 points per game. And between all 3 Florida State quarterbacks, they have been sacked 20 times on the season so far. I don't know what they're going to do against this Miami Hurricane D-line, but I know our D-line chopping their teeth. They ready to eat. They ready to get out here and treat Florida State like they're a 50-piece Wayne dinner. You feel me? And it's a deal on it. Yeah, a $10 50-piece Wayne dinner. I know that sounds good for anybody. That's a deal. That's made up. I ain't know what. If you find somewhere that's selling a $50 10-piece Wayne dinner, I probably wouldn't eat it because it's probably mutant chicken. But that's how they gonna treat Florida State, like they're a 50-piece Wayne dinner. We defensive line for the manhandle their offensive line. Well, at least that's what I want to happen, because as of lately, the defense as a whole, as them playing together as a unit, it's been satisfactory. It haven't been to my liking. You feel me? It's been kind of underwhelming. But the defensive line play, I love that. I love the defensive line play, and I will continue to say that until they show me otherwise. Linebackers, I need to see more. Wesley was saying you've been doing a good job out there, but hey, you can always get better. Kiko, you had a decent game last game, but it's room for improvement with you also. I don't know if you hurt. Hopefully you're not hurt, but we got to see more out of you too also, Kiko. And secondary, we got to see more, man. We got to see y'all play the ball more. It's too much allowing the wide receivers catch the ball in front of you. You're not at least trying to attack the ball and get the ball out the wide receiver hand. You have the right to the ball just as much as any wide receiver in the country do. Go out there and attack that football, DBs. Come on, make some plays, man. We need to get some more INTs, some more PBUs, you feel me? Let's do the damn thing. Come on, man. Let's see, man. Let's see. And Brock Glenn, I don't know if they're gonna, play Brock Glenn or come out there with the freshmen. But whatever they do, I don't think they have no hope, honestly, in competing in this game. Especially if we go out there and don't defeat ourselves. The only way the Canes lose this game, we go out there and do bonehead mistakes and go out there and play against ourselves and defeat ourselves. But with that being said, man, Canes 7-0. I don't want to just sit here and grape on all the bad stuff, you feel me? I know I had to talk about the special teams and the defense and the secondary, but hey, man, I'm pretty sure everybody else in the Miami Hurricane YouTube podcast world had some things to say about the special teams and the defense also, good or bad. I don't know, you feel me? I checked out a couple of podcasts, you feel me? Shout out to everybody that I watched, like Coach Hayes, Miami Flow, Truck and Chug, you feel me? Canesville, Footballville, Cane Sport, so many others. I don't want to forget anybody. You heard, all those guys, man. Shad, you feel me? Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to the whole Canes family, man. And that being said, like, share, subscribe, man. And your boy DP is out. Go Canes, baby, you feel me? Let's get the 8-0, baby. Let's win the ACC championship. Let's do the damn thing. Let's get it.